Call the regular meeting of the Civil Service Commission for today is December 19th, I believe, 2023. And then you will be in the hands of Director Levacy.
All right, thank you very much. We will start with our roll call. Chairperson Nunn,
Present.
Commissioner G, Commissioner Akram,
Present.
Commissioner Hofston,
Present.
Commissioner Carter Hicks.
Present.
Thank you very much. We will first be looking at Section 2, approval of the minutes. Item 2.1 for the regular Civil Service Commission meeting on November 21st, 2023.
If there are no changes, I'll move to approve.
Did I hear a second?
Second.
I'm sorry. Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Item 2.2, the special Civil Service Commission meeting held on November 30th, 2023. Approval of those minutes.
So moved.
Second.
You know what, Raven? I believe I would have to abstain because I was not present. So you probably need to carry that motion.
Okay. I'll move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
An abstention from Commissioner Nunn.
All right. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Section 3, here visitors. Jairus, do we have any requests for comments?
Yeah, we did have one employee submit a comment. Abby, let me refresh my panelist list. Okay, I'm not seeing that name in my panelist list. Abby, if you are here, and you wanted to address the commission, please feel free to submit a comment in the chat and I can promote you. Otherwise, I don't know if I should just give the nature of the comment here.
I think that would be appropriate, Jairus.
Okay. I was just checking the list one more time, making sure we didn't have anybody wanting to speak. Okay. So the nature of the comment, so Abby is submitting this in regard to, it says agenda item 7.2, the family and medical leave and paid caregiver leave policy updates. So it has recently come to their attention that there's a proposed change to the number of working hours an employee must have worked prior to being eligible for FMLA. That change is moving from 1,040 to 1,250 hours. While they recognize that there would be a myriad of reasons for this proposed change, they are requesting that the commission consider employees and their family planning needs should this change be approved and when defining the effective dates. This person's family would be directly impacted by this change, and in particular, the short notice of the change should it be effective in the early parts of 2024. The county's existing policy on FMLA was a large factor in employment decisions for their family, and a change late in a pregnancy could cause significant stress for them. So they're asking the commission to consider that in making any policy updates.
Okay, thank you, Jairus. Were there any other requests for public comment?
None that I'm aware of.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. Section 4, hearings, appeals, grievances. Item 4.1, Elizabeth Allen termination appeal transcript, exhibits and findings of facts and conclusions of law. This was on the agenda last month, and the commission requested more time to review the several documents that are involved in this. Is the commission prepared to make a decision on this item today?
Before we do, Director Livesey, I believe that I need to ask a legal question. So I move that we go into closed session and that Attorney Gocamp be allowed to be in that session to answer a legal question.
Second the motion?
And we
Okay.
get roll call vote.
All right. Chairperson Nunn,
Aye.
Commissioner G, Commissioner Akram,
Aye.
Commissioner Hofston,
Aye.
Commissioner Carter Hicks.
Aye.
All right. We will go into closed session and return momentarily.
Okay.
I do not believe that I have the ability for a closed session, so we are ready to move when that's available. Awesome.
Okay.
If you don't get a pop-up, it looks like there should be a menu on the right side of your screen where you can join a breakout session. That should be the closed session.
I don't see a breakout session on the right side.
Okay.
It's a little pop-up that says breakout sessions have started. You can join at any session, and then a blue link
Oh.
that says show all breakout sessions. Once you
Oh,
click
got it.
that, then you can hit
Join.
join.
Thanks, Matt.
It's not giving me that. Hmm.
Okay, Commissioner Nunn, do you see anything, let's see, like a participant list?
Oh, there it goes. I can see join now.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
There we go.
All right, welcome back to open session. And we are currently on item 4.1, Elizabeth Allen termination appeal transcript, exhibits, and findings of facts and conclusions of law.
I was hearing it. I was hearing it. Oh, still hearing it.
Yeah, we have a bit of echo, and I believe it's coming from you, Noah. If you could mute, please. All right, we'll try that again.
There we go.
If there are no questions, I will move to uphold determination.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Section 5, classification decisions for approval. Item 5.1, to establish an auditor intern. And County Auditor Tony Jackson is on the call. Good morning, Tony. If you would like to unmute, and you can have an opportunity to provide any information you'd like to the commission regarding your request. All right. I'm not sure what's going on with Tony. She's still on mute. But her,
Can you hear me now?
yes, we can.
Okay, great. Good morning. My name is Tony Jackson, County Auditor. I thank you for your time today regarding my request to establish an auditor intern job classification. By doing so, it will allow us in the County Auditor's Office to create a college internship program. And we can benefit the students by, introducing them more to county government as well as internal audit. A lot of us here, we compete with the private sector, so this is an opportunity to really engage by having this job classification. In addition, the county also benefits, through learning about new audit techniques and technologies that would fulfill some of the gaps that we face in our current organization. So appreciate your time today and open it up for any questions for you.
If there are no questions, I move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you very much. Section 6, salary decisions for approval. Item 6.1, transfer decrease for Michael Stixel of the Department of Public Health. And it looks like Dr. James Henricks is on the call. Good morning, Dr. Henricks.
Well, good morning, Matt. Thank you for allowing me to attend. So Michael Stixel was one of our gentlemen that was laid off in early December, and he has skill set in as a chemist, and he is requesting to stay with the Department of Public Health and is agreeable to a salary decrease or an hourly decrease in order to be back in the lab at the Berkeley location, and that is in keeping with the salaries for the chemists around him, so we don't create any additional concerns. So we would request that this salary decrease be allowed for Michael Stixel.
We need a motion.
Yes, we need a motion.
So move that the salary decrease is approved.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
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 Thank you very much.
Thank
Item
you.
6, item 6.2, promotional increase for Chanel Jones with the Children's Service Fund. We have been asked by the department to hold on this for this meeting. So we will do so and move on to item 6.3. temporary special salary increase for Jennifer Keating in the Department of Administration. And Paul Kreidler, Acting Director of Administration, is on the call. Morning, Paul.
Morning. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, members of the commission. Today I'm asking for your consideration of a temporary special salary increase for our Deputy Director of Administration, Jennifer Keating, who has graciously agreed to take on additional duties as the Acting Director of Procurement in addition to her existing role. The proposed effective date for this temporary increase would be December 24th, with our Procurement Director leaving after Friday. If the commission approves, this request would expire upon the hiring of a new permanent director of procurement. We bring this to you as a temporary special salary increase because under our TAP policy, Ms. Keating would not qualify because the procurement director is not a higher classified position. So this is a very important, complex, and demanding role that we're asking her to step into. Will include a tremendous amount of additional work. So I am very grateful that she's shown willingness to step in here. And I didn't think it would be appropriate to ask her to take on such an additional amount of workload without some additional compensation. So after talking with Matt, we thought that this would be the most appropriate path forward during this interim period. So I just request your consideration and approval, and I'm happy to answer any questions that the commission may have.
I just have a quick question. So the person that's in California that was the head of procurement, that's the person that is leaving, decided to leave?
That's correct.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I knew the org chart correctly. Okay.
For no other questions, I'll move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Section
Thank you.
7, other decisions for approval. 7.1, the proposed change to Civil Service Rule 11 for time off. We had a public hearing on this at 10 o'clock earlier today. And now it is before the commission to vote on. I'm sorry, I was going to add that this is to address changes in Illinois law, and that we can now be flexible within our rules to be able to make proper, appropriate policy changes as it relates to make sure that we are in compliance with any Illinois law as it impacts our workforce.
Mhm.
Move to approve.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Item 7.2, family medical leave and paid caregiver leave policy updates. These updates include changes that were approved last month by the commission, in which the hours for eligibility will be reflective of the federal standard hours for eligibility. And so we are making those changes in the actual policies and asking you to approve those. There have been questions that county HR has received about paid parental leave. Those hours for eligibility will remain at 720. And so those folks, regardless of their eligibility for FMLA, will still be eligible for the paid parental leave that the county offers for folks. So I felt that was important to share and clear up any confusion that might be out there.
And is this the item that we received the comment that Jairus gave to us?
Yes.
Okay.
Will we be responding to that employee directly with clarification?
Yes, we will reach out and ask specifically how they are being impacted and see if we can't work something out with the department.
Okay, if there are no further questions, I move to approve.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Item 7.3, grievance policies. This is a minor change, but one that we think will be beneficial. The change in these grievance policies is that once it gets to to county human resources for the fourth step to be looked at and investigated by our shop, that there is a language that reflects that it will be handled in a timely manner. And so this is reflective of all the other steps in which timelines are built in, and this will help to keep things moving forward.
Do we have any questions?
I do have a question. Just this is a follow-up from a previous issue we had a few months ago regarding the applicability of the grievance process to certain types of classes of employees and not others. So I do see in the beginning of the policies that you've laid out that this applies to probationary or permanent employees. Just wanted to follow up on, I know we talked about kind of clarifying that, which employees have access to the grievance process and which don't. By sort of sharing their status. Just was wondering what the update is on that.
Yes, would the commission like to see that spelled out more in this policy? Essentially, we can investigate anything and we look into things for all employees. It doesn't matter if it's seasonal, on-call, temporary employee, or whatever. If there is a concern brought to our attention, we will look at it, whether it is within this formal grievance process. This formal grievance process is to address things that are more decisions by departments and the appointing authorities of those departments, and whether those decisions should be upheld by virtue of whether they were in compliance with the rules, or if we were able to find something in our investigations that we should otherwise challenge that decision and work with the department to figure out what is fair and within the rules for that employee making that concern. Typically, those types of things involve permanent status employees, whether full-time or part-time. And so we can work to spell that out a little bit more clearly, if it is still too vague in this policy. Noah, did you have anything to add?
I don't have anything to add. I could you remark, Matt, on the process when you get a grievance in, what we do now, based on that situation that happened a couple months ago, just to
Yes,
let the
thanks.
commissioners know.
When we do receive a formal grievance, we do check the status and their eligibility as it relates to what is outlined in these policies, and that is a step that is built in and completed by my team before any further action is taken, and that would be addressed if it gets to our level in human resources. There are steps for the departments, for the supervisor and the department head to also try to resolve these issues prior to it making it to us. But we are the gatekeepers moving forward to ensure that if someone is not eligible in this process, that we notify that employee and the department, and that doesn't make its way to the commission if it's not eligible to be heard under the policy.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
There are no other questions. I'll move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
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 Thank you. Item 7.4, 2023 compensation time extensions. This is to extend the ability for non-exempt employees to earn comp time beyond the end of the year. And this is so they can roll over into the next calendar year. This is to accommodate essentially busy seasons of various departments so that they have the opportunity to use that benefit that they have earned before it expires and is not any longer available to them or needs to be paid out, which is a budgetary impact for the department.
Is there a limit on the amount of comp time that can roll over?
So,
Jairus, do you know?
yeah, the rules do dictate what the maximum balance is, but for these individuals, whatever their balance is now, all of that would go ahead and carry over into the new year under these guidelines. And again, like Matt said, it just allows the department some additional time to either have the employee take the time, or for them to be able to pay out those balances after the busy season.
Okay.
And are we reviewing this issue separately for people who have been granted remote work agreements, for example, in Illinois and California? The laws in those states, are different about accrued PTO.
That's true. Noah, are you aware of any sort of looking into this as it relates to out-of-state law?
Our office has not looked into this yet. We can, if asked by the civil service commissioners to review it, we can do it at that point.
We should.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel comfortable voting on it until we were sure who the impacted individuals are.
Okay.
So can we table this until the next meeting to allow the legal team to look over and make sure that we are in compliance with any other state laws? Can we just table the matter?
I'm going to look to see if that would impact any departments. If it's not approved for extension while we're looking into it, then that may prohibit some departments from being able to maintain the ability to utilize this. I wonder, and Noah, Jairus, correct me if I'm thinking incorrectly here, but could we offer an approval, maybe even contingent upon the findings of that there's no conflicting other state laws, or maybe an approval until we can have an assessment and then put it back on the agenda for next month with those findings and determine if we need to revoke the approval.
Or can we approve except for people who have been granted remote work accommodations?
So I think maybe the potential issue there is that the balances are supposed to be paid out by the end of the year. So I think that if we were to make that approval, and we don't reconvene until January, then I think departments would have to be held to paying out those balances come December 31st.
How many employees do we have in California, Illinois? Do we have a person that's procurement? Are they the only person in California?
And are they non-exempt? Because it's really only we have to worry about it for non-exempt folks.
So do we have any non-exempt folks in Illinois or California that are on this list to carry over those hours?
There shouldn't be any others in California. I know I don't have a list of the Illinois employees in front of me, but I would assume that we definitely have a handful of
In
non-exempt.
Illinois?
Illinois, yeah.
I think that we would probably feel comfortable moving to approve with the contingency that the legal team would take into consideration our issues that we may have to make sure that the state laws are being followed in Illinois and California.
In any other states. So those are just the two off the top of my head.
Okay, well, in any other states. So I make that motion.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Appreciate that approach. Thank you. Item 7.5, the 2024 pay plan. Every year, based on new classifications and job classes being made, we update our pay plans and put them before the commission for their consideration and approval. and we are looking to do that again this year.
Are there any questions? If not, I move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
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 Thank you. Item 7.6 is the 2024 Civil Service Commission meeting dates. Unless there are any conflicts that you can pinpoint at this point in time.
Yeah, they work for me. Other commissioners, do they still work for you guys?
Not sure at this point, but I can make it work. If I'm not able, I'm not able. But
Okay,
let's get them on the calendar.
right. All right. Do we need a motion for that, Director Levesey?
Yes, if we could have the commission approve those meeting dates, please.
I move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
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 Thank you. And we have item 7.7, it is an add-on, remote work extension for Jan Schneider in the Department of Information Technology. I ask that the commission consider a closed session to address this. There is some personnel related confidential information that we would like to hear and vote on this in closed session, and also to invite Acting Director of Information Technology, Will Reese, into that meeting as well.
Will we go into closed session?
Second. All those in favor? Roll
We'll
call.
take a roll call.
I'm sorry, roll call vote.
Chairperson Nunn,
Aye.
Commissioner Akram,
Aye.
Commissioner Hofston,
Aye.
Commissioner Carter Hicks,
Aye.
and Commissioner G is absent. So if we could have a breakout session for closed session and include Will Reese, please. All right, should be a button to join.
A pop-up, yep.
All right.
Okay, welcome back. You may be muted. And we are, section 8 is closed session, which we've exercised a few times today. Section 9, item 9.1 is our next meeting, January 16th, 2024 at 11 o'clock a.m. via this WebEx events platform. And finally, section 10, adjournment.
Now I'll move to adjourn.
Second.
So
All
moved.
those in favor? Aye.
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 Thank you all.
Thank you.
All right.
Happy holidays,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Mm-hmm.